Only in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love key talk.
Key Talk Society, check it out. Before the video gets started, I need y'all to like the video. You know what I'm talking about? You know I'm gonna come with the content every day, all day. You know what I'm talking about? They like the video for me. Take 2 seconds. Anyway, so previously it was said that Fani Willis, of course, Fani Willis, if y'all don't know, she's the lady that actually filed charges on Donald Trump. But also, she's the lady that initially filed the charges on Young Thug YSL crew as well. Now, as far as the Young Thug side goes, the rumor has it that Fani Willis actually had a relationship, a personal relationship with Donovan Nut Thomas. Of course, that's one of the guys that actually got killed by YSL's crew, allegedly. Now, there's a new report coming out that as far as the Donald Trump case goes, because she's trying to say Donald Trump conspired and like rigged the election, or not rigged the election, but just did some improper stuff during the election process when they were trying to, get him reelected. But anyways, it does look like now, if you're gonna go against Trump, they're gonna come against everything that you got, no matter what it is, right? So it's now been alleged that Fani Willis had another improper relationship, but this time they're saying she had an improper relationship between her and also the top Trump prosecutor. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to read y'all exactly what it talks about that. And then, of course, I've got some updated news on Kodak Black, because Kodak Black was obviously arrested. He said whenever they arrested Buddy, they caught him with a nose full of that. You know what I mean? And but reports are coming out now. They rejected his bond, but also there's a little more details that his lawyers coming out and saying there's been some injustices for Kodak Black. Anyway, so it says, the headliner says, filings allege improper relationship between Thot D.A and top Trump reporter. Now, with that being said, if they can prove that, more than likely the stuff against Trump and whoever else she's trying to, convict on his team can be dropped. It says District Attorney Fani Willis, improper relationship, hired an alleged romantic partner to prosecute Donald Trump and financially benefit their relationship, according to a court motion filed Monday, which argued the criminal charges in the case were unconstitutional. Hey, man, they always say that black people need to hire more black people to put money in their pockets and to help out their community. So, hey, man, shorty probably was just trying to hire somebody from my own community. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, it says the bombshell public filing alleged that special prosecutor Nathan Wade, a private attorney, paid for lavish vacations he took with Willis using Fulton County funds his law firm received. So that's definitely bad. If somebody can produce any sort of pictures of them two actually, on a vacation, or, looking at the bank account statement, seeing that the funds were given to by, her department or department near hers all the way to his job, and then using those funds for a vacation, she could probably end herself up in some actual trouble as well, if they can prove that this is actually true. Then it also says, county records show that Wade, who has played a prominent role in the election interference case, that's what it was, they were trying to say, it was election interference with Donald Trump, has been paid nearly $654,000 in legal fees since January 2022. The DA authorizes his compensation. Cool. So the DA, which is, of course, Fani Willis, is authorizing the payments. And obviously they saying it was a payment of $654,000 that she authorized pretty much for legal fees to go to his company, right? And then it also says the motion filed on behalf of defendant Michael Romaine, a former Trump campaign official. So that's who they're trying to go after too, because they're trying to not just get Trump, but after his team and everything as well. A former Trump campaign official seeks to have the charges against Ramon dismissed, and for Willis, Wade, and the entire DA's office to be disqualified from further prosecution of this case. Now, I do wonder if they can get her disqualified off this case for that, can they get her disqualified off of Young Thug's case as well? Even though we know Young Thug is already in trial, his stuff's already on the way, but maybe there's somehow, some way that they can, use this case or use this what's happening now to somehow affect Young Thug's case in like a positive way for Thug. Probably not, but by a long shot, something they might want to try. And it also says Pallavi Bailey, a Willis spokesman person, said the DA's office will respond to Romaine's allegations through appropriate court filings. Wade did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So the Wade guy, who's actually, the prosecutor trying to, put Donald Trump in the dirt, and his team as well, obviously, get him locked up, he's not responding at all, right? And then, of course, Fani Willis, she let them know that, okay, yeah, we'll respond, but I'm going to respond to you in court with my own filing. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It says the document offers no concrete proof of romantic ties between Willis and Wade, but says sources close to both the special prosecutor and the district attorneys have confirmed they have ongoing personal relationships. So they don't have no proof, but people close to them is pretty much snitching on them, right? And obviously they probably get some type of paper, some type of money. Obviously that part wouldn't get exposed, but they're probably getting some type of money to give all the details they know in order for them to, help out the former president and also the former president crew. Ramon's lawyer, Ashley Merchant, said she reviewed the case filed in Wade's ongoing divorce proceedings at the Superior Court Clerk office and made copies of certain documents, but the case filings was later improperly sealed because no court hearing was held as required by law. So, one second. Okay, so the lady, the prosecutor guy who allegedly has been having an improper relationship with Fani Willis, he's currently going through a divorce. So there's kind of like some Lifetime movie kind of stuff that's going on right now, right? We'll just have to see, how it goes. But then it also says because the case remains under seal, Merchant says she is not sharing the information that she obtained from the divorce file until the seal is lifted. She also says she is asking a judge to unseal the file. So inside this divorce file, there could potentially be something to say, infidelity is the reason that this person wants to get a divorce. And if they can see that it says infidelity and it ties to Fani Willis' name, Donald Trump might have them a good shot of getting the interference, charge or whatever dropped. And then, of course, they may have some trouble on their hands as well. Fani Willis and the prosecutor might have some trouble on their hands as well if they're having an improper relationship with this all. It says it's unclear if the explosive issues raised in a filing undermine the validity of the indictment against Trump and the remaining 14 co-defendants, or simply muddy waters by questioning Willis' professional ethics. One ethics expert said the allegations, if true, raise serious concerns. Stephen Gill is a professor emeritus of New York University Law School, has written extensively about legal and judicial ethics, said a closer look at Willis' decision-making is needed before it can be determined whether the indictment should be dismissed. If the allegations are true, Giller said, Willis was conflicted in the investigation and prosecution of the case and wasn't able to bring the sort of independent professional judgment her position requires. That does not mean her decision were in fact improperly motivated, Giller said in an email. It does mean that the public and the state as her client could not have the confidence in the independent judgment of her position required to exercise. All that just means that they don't have to drop it simply because she wasn't in the right mindset when she was going after these people because she had that love interest on the side. So only time will tell exactly what's going to happen. It continues and says, the filing alleges that Willis and Wade have been involved in a romantic relationship, but began before Wade was appointed special prosecutor. It says they traveled together to Napa from Norwegian and Royal Caribbean cruise lines. Although the filings did not include documentation of those purchases, the motivation said the checks sent to Wade from Fulton County and his subsequent purchase of vacations for Willis could amount to honest service fraud, a federal crime in which a vendor gives kickbacks to an employer. It is also possible this could be prosecuted under the federal racketeering statute. Bro, if Fani Willis ended up getting some type of federal charge, a federal racketeering charge for this, bro, you know how big of a game changer this will be? This will be one of the biggest game changers, period. Think about it. YFN Lucci's case still coming up. She's the reason for YFN Lucci case that's actually filing the charges. Well, the YFN Lucci case that's against Young Thug, because obviously he's got his own separate cases and charges and stuff with that as well. But yeah, this would definitely be a game changer if Fani Willis ended up the one being, getting a federal charge. This This is wild. But it also says Merchant wrote that the motion is not filed lightly, nor is it being filed without considerable forethought, research, or investigation. But the issues had to be raised and must be heard because the issues strike at the heart of fairness in our justice system, and if left unaddressed and unchecked, threaten to taint the entire prosecution in this case, invite error, or completely undermine public confidence in any outcome in the proceedings. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Like I said, that's super wild. This is definitely some big news, and I'm sure Donald Trump is somewhere smiling his butt off. Anyways, in an update with Kodak Black, so previously it was showed that Kodak Black was arrested. They caught him with a whole lot of, allegedly they're saying that. They said it was a mouthful of that stuff that they caught him with because he was trying to get rid of it. But now it's coming out, his lawyer, which we know Kodak Black lawyer don't play no type of games at all. You know what I'm talking about? Anytime Kodak Black gets arrested, his lawyer, he make the lyrics, I love my lawyer like my daddy, for no reason at all, because his lawyer don't play. Pretty much every time Kodak Black gets arrested, he literally be out within like 24 to 48 hours, the majority of the time, right? Now, this is one of the times where they rejected Kodak Black's, anything he tried to say to get out, they rejected it all. But now his lawyer will be calling for a new bond hearing because he's came out and said this. As I stated when the new case first was filed, this was not cocaine and the officer was lying about his observation. We finally got the lab report. It's oxycodone that Kodak had a prescription for and not an illegal substance. Knowing that the officer substantially misrepresented his observation, the Broward State Attorney Office still filed the charge. Unbelievable, and it will not be tolerated. The level of abuse of power by arresting officers is disgusting. We will be seeking a new bond hearing and addressing these unethical practices by the police department. So, you know, his lawyer not going to play no type of games at all. This is definitely some good news for Kodak Black, though. There should be no reason why they shouldn't go and let him go. Simply, you know, based off the fact if he's got a prescription for it, you know, they should just be like, okay, go ahead and let him go. This is bad on our part, but obviously there'll be some type of consequences for the lawyer, not the lawyer, but for the police that arrested him. Maybe like a false report or something like that. I mean, that's what I would imagine. But anyways, how do y'all feel about the whole Fani Willis situation? First, it was Donovan Thomas that they're saying it was an improper relationship, and now they're saying it's a prosecutor that she's having an improper relationship with as well. It's kind of like they're trying to paint the picture of Fani Willis being a thot inside of the media, what both people did from the Young Thug case first and now the Donald Trump case. And then, of course, we'll see if the Project Baby Kodak Black is able to be released. Let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.